Welcome. We're doing a digital deep dive for you today. You want to get a handle on key cybersecurity concepts, but without getting lost in the weeds. So that's our mission. Break down the essentials, make it clear, quick, and hopefully pretty interesting. We've got some core terms ready. Shall we jump in?
Absolutely. Let's lay down some groundwork.
Great. First one, honeypots. It sounds a bit, I don't know, cloak and dagger. What's the actual cybersecurity angle?
Yeah. Well, think of a honeypot as basically a trap. It's a decoy system set up specifically to attract attackers,
A decoy. Why?
so we can watch them. By seeing how they try to break in, what tools they use, we learn how to better defend our real systems. It's proactive intelligence gathering.
Ah, okay. Setting bait to study the predator. Got it. Now, how do these threats actually spread? Like viruses and worms? What's the difference there?
Good question. The key is how they propagate. A virus needs you to do something, like click an infected attachment, run a program.
Needs human help.
Right. But a worm, it's self-sufficient. It can replicate itself and spread across networks automatically, no clicks needed. Much faster spread, potentially.
Okay, one needs a trigger, the other just goes. Let's talk principle of least privilege. Sounds important. What is it?
It's fundamental, really. It just means giving any user or system process only the absolute minimum permissions needed to do its job, nothing more.
Why is that so critical?
It limits damage. If an account or system is compromised, the attacker only gets minimal access, not the keys to the whole kingdom. It contains the blast radius.
Right, less power means less potential harm. Okay, digital certificates. We see those lock icons in browsers. What's their job?
They're like digital ID cards for websites or servers. They prove identity that the site you're connecting to is genuinely who it says it is.
So trust.
Exactly. And they enable encryption, scrambling the data sent between you and the site, keeping it private. Building trust, keeping secrets safe. Now, what about when things get flooded? Deny of service attacks, or DOS.
Yeah, DOS is about overwhelming a target. Imagine sending so much traffic to a website that it just, well, freezes up or crashes. Legitimate users can't get through.
Just pure disruption.
Pretty much. Making systems unavailable.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Security isn't all tech, right? What's social engineering?
You're spot on. The human element is huge. Social engineering is basically manipulation. Tripping people into revealing sensitive info passwords, access codes, or getting them to perform actions, like installing malware. Playing on psychology, not code.
Exactly. Phishing emails are a classic example.
Sneaky. So how do we defend better? I hear multi-factor authentication or MFA a lot.
MFA is key. It means using more than one way to verify your identity, like your password plus a code sent to your phone, or maybe a fingerprint,
Layers of proof.
right? Makes it much harder for phone with just your password to get in.
Makes sense. How about finding weak spots before the attackers do?
That's penetration testing, or pen testing. Ethical hackers are hired to actively try and break into systems, just like real attackers would.
To find the holes.
Yep. Find them, report them, so they can be fixed before they're exploited maliciously. It's proactive defense.
Smart. Okay, encryption again, symmetric versus asymmetric. What's the core difference?
Okay, symmetric uses just one secret key. The same key locks and unlocks the data. Fast, but you need a secure way to share that key.
And asymmetric.
Uses a pair of keys, one public, one private. Anyone can use the public key to lock, encrypt data, but only the person with the private key can unlock, decrypt it. Think secure email.
One key shared versus a public-private pair. Got it. Now, man-in-the-middle attacks. Sounds bad.
It is. An attacker secretly positions themselves between two communicating parties, say, you and your bank's website.
And then what?
They can eavesdrop on everything, or even alter the communication without either side realizing, intercepting and maybe changing data.
Wow, okay. Very risky. What about threats that pop up suddenly, like zero-day exploits?
A zero-day is an attack exploiting a vulnerability that's just been discovered, and, crucially, before the software vendor has released a fix or patch.
So there's no defense ready.
Not initially. It's a rate for defenders to develop and deploy a patch while attackers are actively using the exploit. That's why prompt updates are vital.
Which brings us to patch management. That's just keeping things updated.
Essentially, yes. It's the ongoing process of identifying, testing, and deploying software updates or patches to fix known vulnerabilities and keep systems secure. Regular maintenance.
Crucial housekeeping. Okay, hackers. White hat versus black hat.
Simple distinction. White hats are the good guys, ethical hackers who use their skills legally to help organizations improve security. Pen testers are often white hats.
And black hats.
They're the malicious actors, using their skills for illegal purposes, stealing data, financial fraud, disruption, espionage, that sort of thing.
Good versus bad, basically. Now, two-person control. What's that for?
It's a safeguard. It means a critical task requires two separate individuals to approve or execute it. Prevents one person from making a major mistake or acting maliciously on their own.
Adds accountability.
And reduces risk.
Okay. If a threat does happen, What's risk mitigation?
It's about lessening the potential impact, taking steps before to reduce either the likelihood of a threat occurring or the damage it could cause if it does. Think backups, firewalls, incident response plans.
Planning to minimize harm. Got it. What's a rogue access point?
That's an unauthorized wireless access point connected to a secure network. Maybe an employee plugs in their own Wi-Fi router, or an attacker plants one.
Creates a backdoor.
Exactly. Bypasses existing security controls. Very dangerous.
Right. How do organizations keep track of all the security alerts and logs? What's CM?
CM stands for Security Information and Event Management. These systems collect log data from across the entire network, firewalls, servers, endpoints.
And analyze it.
Yes, in real time. They look for patterns, anomalies, potential threats, and generate alerts for security teams to investigate. It's like a central nervous system for security monitoring.
A security control room, almost. What about setting standards? Security baseline.
A baseline is a standardized level of minimum security configuration applied across all similar systems. Ensures everything meets a fundamental level of protection consistently.
Sets the bar. Precisely.
Okay, logic bomb sounds explosive.
It can be. It's malicious code hidden within software, designed to trigger only when certain conditions are met, like a specific date, or if an employee is removed from the payroll system. A delayed reaction attack.
Right. It lies dormant, then executes its payload, could delete data, crash systems.
Nasty. Last one. Data exfiltration.
That's the unauthorized transfer of data out of an organization's network. It's the actual theft part of many breaches, stealing sensitive files, customer info, intellectual property, often done stealthily.
So sneaking the stolen goods out. Woo! We've covered a lot. Decoys, malware, access control, trust, attacks, the human factor, finding flaws, encryption, patching.
It really shows how interconnected everything is, doesn't it? You need layers.
Absolutely. Understanding these building blocks is just so important for anyone navigating our digital world.
Couldn't agree more.
So, thinking about all these fundamental concepts we just unpacked, here's something for you to ponder. What single security practice do you think has the most widespread, significant impact on overall digital safety today, and why? Food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.